Welcome to What's Up with me, Priya. By now, most of you know me, but if you are here for the first time, I am Priya. I'm a marketing professional based in the UAE. I have overall 16 years of experience. Currently, I lead the Middle East strategic bids team of AECOM, which is an American engineering consultancy firm. I am also on the board of a number of startups here in the UAE and back in India. I serve as an honorary member, and I advise the senior executives on vision engineering and marketing strategy. By now, you also know that I am a vocal diversity and inclusion advocate. As usual, in today's live session, we will have two major segments. The first segment, we are going to look at a new feature that TikTok is piloting, which will perhaps change the way that people are hired in the near future. So you stay tuned for that first segment. In the second segment, we will look at content marketing, what it is, what are the current tools and technologies in content marketing, and also how you can leverage content to scale your business. And let's see if there is a bonus third segment. You will have to wait till the end to find out. Now, as a recap, what did we discuss last week? We discussed about three of the test features that Facebook came up with. The first one is similar to Clubhouse, and it is called the social audio app. The features on Facebook audio is also similar to Clubhouse, but there are added features. Secondly, we spoke about how Facebook is testing Threads, which is very similar to Twitter Threads. So if you once this becomes public, if you want to post a related post, you can post it as a conversation, as a thread. The third feature that we discussed about was Facebook's newsletter, which is Bulletin. So these are all these three features are only now being tested in the US with public figures and select Facebook groups, and it is not clear when these features will be available to the wider public. In the second segment last week, if you remember, we spoke about Instagram Reels, the do's and don'ts, and also how you can use ads on Instagram Reels. And also we discussed some new features that were available on Instagram Stories. We looked at whether hashtags are effective, and also the various ad formats, so on and so forth. Now, if any of that sounds interesting, I encourage you to go back, scroll down this page and watch the previous lives and let me know if you found them useful. So on to the first segment today. In the first segment, as I told you, we are going to look at a pilot program that TikTok is running. Since 8th of July, TikTok is inviting its users to submit video resumes. So now you can apply to participating companies, which aren't many at this point. They're only select companies in the US, which is like Target, Chipotle, Spotify, NASCAR, the World Wrestling Entertainment, WWE, movers and shakers, and so on. The company is encouraging, that is TikTok is encouraging applicants to present their skills in creative ways and tag the content using hashtag TikTok resumes. Now, on TikTok, there is already a growing growing community or subculture, as it is called. It is called hashtag career, hashtag career TikTok. When the last time I checked, which was about an hour ago, has already garnered 309 million views. So if you go explore that hashtag, which is hashtag career TikTok, you will find that users are posting career guidance tips, how to ask for a raise, how to write your resignation letter, interview hacks, so on and so forth. So the guys at TikTok believe that TikTok resumes will be a very successful platform. Now, how do you post your resumes on TikTok? Well, this feature is accessible through a separate standalone website called tiktokresumes.com. You can browse through these job listings by employers and fill out a short questionnaire, your name, your email ID, and then you have an option to upload the TikTok resume or video. There's also an option to provide your LinkedIn profile link just in case. Now, this pilot program accepts TikTok resumes, till the end of July. That is up until July 31st. Now, this is, as I said, open only to select employers and only for their vacancies available in the US. Now, I think this and video resumes in general could be a great medium for applicants, especially if you are applying for positions in social media, if you're applying for a position as a content creator, and also if the position requires you to literally showcase your skills, then video resumes are probably the way to go. Now, the marketing manager at TikTok, Kayla Dixon, said that TikTok resumes, this feature is only a natural extension of what they're already doing. There's this program called TikTok College Ambassadors, wherein they have in the past hired students as on-campus volunteers as ambassadors for TikTok. So they believe that a lot of students during the pandemic have had very little opportunity to seek out jobs and go for interviews. So they are trying to bridge the gap between the students and the industry using TikTok resumes. Now, I think when it comes, when it opens up to the rest of the world, it will be widely used, and then it will only be a matter of fact that other platforms like LinkedIn, we start thinking about posting video resumes in LinkedIn if you haven't already started to think about it. Man, the power of video, we all know that video is here to stay. Now, that was our first segment. Let's go to our second segment. Now, we will look at not just videos in the segment, we will look at content marketing as a whole. So what is content marketing? What is content marketing? It's simple. You create content in the form of, visuals, videos, blogs, social media posts, questionnaires, PDFs, whatever. And then you provide it, you distribute it to your target audience free of cost. Now, it does not involve direct selling of the product, but of course, the ultimate goal is to build a community, to build customer trust and interest, and finally drive a positive purchase decision from your customers. Now, for content marketing to be effective, the information you provide should be relevant, it should be valuable, and it should be consistent. Now, if you take out valuable and relevant from content marketing, what you get are spam contents that you're getting in your emails and as sponsored content. So for content marketing to be really effective, it should be valuable, it should be relevant at the same time, and consistent as well. Now, is content marketing new? Not at all. The first of its kind is believed to have been around 1895 when John Derry launched a customer magazine called The Furrow. Now, John Derry is a very old American corporation that manufactures lawn mowers, farmer and agricultural equipment. So they launched in 1895. They launched what is considered to be the first content marketing magazine called The Furrow, which is a journal for the American farmer. In 1900, Michelin, which is the French tire manufacturing company, they developed what was called the Michelin Guides, wherein they provided valuable information for drivers about how to maintain their cars and also how to find easy lodging. So that was some valuable, relevant information that was provided. In 1904, Jelly-O, the makers of Jelly-O, they published and distributed free copies of Jelly-O recipe. So they did this in 1904, and in 1906, by 1906, the sale of Jelly-O had reached about $1 million. That is in 1906. So that's a huge connection between content marketing and sales right there. Then in the 1930s, we have Procter and Gamble come up with soap operas. I'm sure a lot of you know why these serials and all these are called soap operas, right? I'm sure you know, because a lot of these were sponsored by bar soaps. So that's why, the name stuck on, and it's called soap operas. Now, in the 1950s, there was an explosion. There was this magazine revolution with Vogue magazine, and also the rise of television. Content marketing got a great push in the early 90s when color TV was born, and in the 1980s, the comic books like the G.I. Joe created a revolution in toy marketing. In 1991, the first fax machines appeared, and now, just like content marketers try to gather email addresses, people were trying to get hold of fax numbers so that they could fax content directly to these enterprises. And then, of course, the internet revolution broke down all the barriers for content marketing. By 2001, the spend on custom curated content reached a whopping 20 billion USD. Then in 2002, MySpace came, which is a precursor to Facebook. And in 2004, Facebook was launched, though it was widely opened up for everyone to use only in 2006. In 2005, YouTube came, and there was now content explosion. In 2006, we had Twitter, and once Google bought off YouTube in 2006, it was clear that content is definitely the future. So now came a series of online forums and blogs by various companies. And so if you look at it throughout the centuries, content marketing has been and is all about storytelling. So this is what Joe was saying yesterday during his live. Now today, marketing is impossible without great content, right? Look at social media marketing. Look at search engine optimization. Search engines reward websites and businesses that publish original, relevant, quality content. For PR, content is successfully used in successful PR campaigns. For pay-per-click PPC campaigns to work, you need great content behind it. Let's look at inbound marketing. Content is the key to driving inbound marketing and inbound traffic and leads. Then, of course, your content strategy is part of most of your content marketing strategies as well. Now, what are the various content formats? What are the various content formats available? Now hold your breath. The list is quite long. How-tos, content curation, case studies, charts, graphs, ebooks, email newsletters, announcements, cartoons, book summaries, tool reviews, giveaways, FAQs, Q&A, webinar, guides, dictionary, day in the life of the post, infographic, interviews, lists, mind maps, memes, online games, helpful applications or tools, opinion posts, white papers, blogs, templates, surveys, slide shares, resources, quotes, polls, podcasts, pin boards, photo collage, press releases, original research, photos, predictions, user-generated content, company use, timelines. Tell me if this wasn't overwhelming. So, but then as a business or, marketing professional, do you need to use all of these formats? Definitely not. So you need to find out which content format works for you, which content format brings the most lucrative results, and then stick to those. Now that is where your content marketing strategy comes into place. How do you come up with the strategy? You have to just keep in mind the 3D content model. You look at what a customer's pain point is, then use your content to address that pain point, and finally map the content to the buying cycle of people who have that problem. Now this is very much related to what Anupama was talking about in her live earlier today about mapping the customer's journey. Now what should your content strategy include? There are 5 important components in your content strategy. One is that your business case for innovating content marketing to bring in results. This will help you to get the buy-in from your management. It should include your business plan for content marketing, which should say what your goals are and talk about the opportunities as well as the risks involved. Then your content marketing strategy should include your audience personas, as Anupama was saying, and content maps. This is where you describe the specific audience for whom you are creating this content, what their needs are, how it's going to help them, so on and so forth. Now, the 4th important component of your content marketing strategy is to tell your brand story. So here you characterize your content marketing in terms of what ideas and messages is that you want to convey, how those messages differ from your competition, what is your USP, and how you see the competition landscape is going to change as a result of your content marketing. The 5th one is your channel plan. Which platforms are you going to choose to distribute your content? And most importantly, whichever platforms or multiple platforms you choose, make sure that it results in a cohesive brand conversation. Now, the best mode of designing your content marketing strategy is to produce and distribute content for key stages in customers' purchase journey. Nothing complicated, you just map a customer's purchase journey. As you know, there are three main decision points. One is awareness, when the customer is only searching for the information required. Then there's a consideration stage, and then there is, of course, the purchase decision making stage, the conversion stage. So if you categorize your content needs and content basically to match the requirements of the customers during these three phases, that is the easiest mode of delivering your content. So during awareness stage, if you want to build awareness for your brand, what you should be focusing on is SEO, search engine optimization, and social media. This will help in increasing your visibility and also earning the trust of your customers, and later it will lead to a purchase, obviously. At the consideration stage, now what you should be doing is to look at ebooks, and newsletters work well during this period. You could use SEO as well and social media as well, but during this period, generic keywords won't work. You have to look at long tail SEO keywords at this stage. At the decision stage, use blogs to create content that that uses long tail as well as highly targeted and high commitment keywords. And then you can include strong call to action within the content. Now the decision stage is where they are almost a click away from buying. So all they need is a nudge, and how do you give that nudge is by probably offering a discount, a free trial, or a special offer. Now, what are the types of content that really work? I read a whole bunch of list of content types, but what are those that really work these days? Of course, social media posts, videos, especially live videos like these. It's said that you find 90% more engagement in live videos than recorded videos. So live videos like these, and then paid ads, of course, work well for content marketing. Your Google ads, search, display, video ads, LinkedIn ads, Instagram ads, Facebook ads. You can pay to push your content, but then you would think, why am I paying for pushing my content, whereas I am going to give it free to my end customer? Now, as a small business, probably you don't have the luxury of time to build your traffic organically. In those cases, definitely paid ads will help you to push your content out there. Now, SEO is still the most effective content marketing tactic that brands are implementing. Another tactic being used is to update and repurpose a lot of content. Now, take an example of this live session itself. After this is done, I slice this up, I download this video, I slice this up, and I post highlights of this on Instagram, on Facebook, on my WhatsApp status, and I distribute in various WhatsApp groups to kind of entice people to come and watch the rest of the video here. So that's repurposing content. That is also a great tactic. Now, I could upload the same video onto YouTube. I could convert this into just an audio and upload on Spotify or podcast, and I could also use the text in this as a blog post. So that is an effective tactic to repurpose your content, and a lot of brands are doing that. Publishing how-to books, free downloadables, optimizing your customer's journey, analyzing your competitors' content, and optimizing content for mobiles are all effective tactics that brands are implementing these days. Now, whatever is the content format that you choose, make sure you're paying close attention to the analytics. Now, how do you measure the success of content? Of course, there are tools that help you with the analytics, but it is important to know what to measure so that you know what your content, whether your content is bringing results. Now, I spoke about the 3 decision points, right? When they're in awareness stage, when they're considering, and also when they're converting. So in the attract or the awareness stage, what are the metrics that you should go for? It's the number of readers, the top performing sources, that is, where did the traffic come from, the page views, engagement rate, the time spent on the site, the articles viewed, and so forth, etc. During the capture phase, that is the consideration phase, you should look at the newsletters downloaded, how many people subscribed to, filled up the forms, and how many returning visitors were there. Now in the convert stage, that is in the conversion stage, you should look at the actual sales, the sales volume, the frequency of orders, and the size of the deal, the opportunity pipeline that you've built, and so on and so forth. Now, one of the very effective tools is A/B testing, which is very common. You test two different options in terms of content and see what works best. So A/B testing is a great tool to test your content to see which one brings best results. Now, another thing to do is to keep your content calendars and schedules organized. There are loads of scheduling tools like HubSpot and many others that help you to schedule content and manage multiple accounts and even automate posts. So do explore those. Now to wrap up, let's look at the trends of 2020-2021 in content marketing. Of course, content marketing strategies are becoming more effective. Organic traffic and sessions and page views remain the major indicators of success for most of the organization, but all the businesses are now stressing more on return of investment, because they want to see direct financial returns on their content efforts. Now, a trend that is evident in 2020 is that more companies prefer to have their in-house marketing teams, but if at all there is any outsourcing, the roles that are being outsourced are of writers, designers, and video animators. So these are the roles that are being outsourced. Now, businesses are increasingly investing in their content marketing budgets, so it's clear where the trend is going. Now, the marketing teams are using more technology than ever, like analytics software, scheduling, and management systems and automation tools are key technologies that are being used. Now, blog posts remain the most popular form of content because 89% of the content marketers use blog posts in their content marketing strategy in 2020. So, now there is more to content marketing, more practical tips on automating content and generating ideas for blogs, hashtag generators, backlink generators, SEO tools that help you generate keywords, and even content writing AIs, editors, and writing aids. Now, you can access all these additional resources on my Insta handle. By the way, there is a new Insta handle. It's startupwith.priya. It is startup with Priya, but with a dot before my name, where you will find exclusive resources related to marketing and business growth. So if you need all practical tools and hacks on content marketing, head to my the new Insta handle and drop me a DM, and I will share the links and resources with you. So the handle is startup with Priya, but with a dot before my name. Now, there has been a lot of love, caring, and sharing happening on this group. So I do have the third bonus segment today. If you need help writing blog content for your website or LinkedIn or articles or any online content, you can use my code WUPRIYA10 and write to CEO@goodcontentco.com. CEO@goodcontentco.com to avail a 10% discount on content created. Now, Good Content Company is based in the UAE with a team of specialist writers who create quality, valuable, consistent, relevant content for you, resulting in high organic growth. So go check them out on www.goodcontentco.com. To avail the 10% discount, you have to drop a mail to CEO@goodcontentco.com and use the code WUPRIYA10 in the subject line. Now, that's it for the week, and I hope you found the session useful, and I hope you found the view beautiful as well. So you have been a wonderful audience. Thank you so much. Write in your suggestions. You can search for me on LinkedIn as Priya M. Nair, and I am on Instagram on my new handle startupwith.priya. Thank you for tuning in, and I wish you a wonderful evening. Have a great week ahead, and once again, thank you, and you have a good night. I'll see you again next Sunday right here on WhatsApp with me, Priya. Thank you.